All right, serious question. Does anybody else jam out to the music that's playing, or do you find it corny? Just curious. I'm just curious. I'm just asking. Well, this isn't a funny matter. Last night, one of my guests that I was talking to said, Dave, I got to stop all podcasts, all interviews, because I have something more important coming up, and that is there are contracts that are being put out for witnesses. And I said, hey, whoa, what do you mean witnesses? And I'm thinking Russia, and I'm thinking all of it. And then today I hear of Virginia Roberts getting hit by a bus. Now, I don't know. Was it a careless bus driver? I don't know. But I find it kind of strange that he said that the night before this happens, or at least that I knew about it. I said I had to stop all podcasts, all interviews, because contracts are being put out. Now, that's all I know. And I'm always transparent with my audience. And I thought to myself, and if you know, this morning I was talking about things are getting real. They do anticipate arrests coming. So with that being said, this makes a lot of sense to me, folks. And this begs the question. Should the Epstein list have come out? Because now we risk losing witnesses. And isn't that who they're trying to protect? A national security matter? I mean, wait a second here. Wait. Maybe the list should have came out and they said, not everyone that went to the island, I don't know, did something bad. And I'm hearing, folks, there's some very trusted conservatives or once Democrat that turned conservative on that list. Now, it makes you ponder the question, what's going on here? I think we have a right to know everybody who went to that island, a right to know who was on that island, what they do. Well, they don't want to just throw everyone under the bus. No pun intended. But that's where we're at with this. Now we got to witness her. I've heard she's the top 5 of the witnesses. Top 5. So Jeffrey Epstein victim says she's in renal failure, has 4 days to live. Jeffrey Epstein victim, Virginia Giuffre, 41, says she's got days to live, writing on Instagram that she's in renal failure as a result of injury sustained after a collision with a bus. This year has been the worst start to a new year, but I won't bore anyone with the details, but I think it was important to note that when a school bus driver comes at you driving 110 kilometers as we were slowing for a turn, that no matter what your car is made of, it might as well be a tin can, she wrote on Sunday. Now, I'm not saying this was a hit. I mean, this could be a coincidence. This could be just a careless bus driver. I don't know if you all believe that. I don't even know what I believe at this point. One thing I do think is, I don't know. I kind of wish certain names have been released. But with that being said, all right, let's just go with what's going on here. Let's go with the narrative. Why doesn't she have security? Why isn't she heavily insulated? If she's a valuable witness on the list, or a valuable witness and victim that was at the island, not on the list, but a victim, well, why isn't she protected? Why isn't someone else driving her around? Why doesn't she have a crew of guys taking care of her if she's that valuable? I mean, are we dropping the ball like that? Seriously, I mean, am I reaching here? Because this doesn't make any sense to me. It's kind of like when they say, don't worry, Trump's heavily insulated and heavily protected. And then Butler, Pennsylvania happens. I guess I'm under the delusion that these people are a lot more protected than I thought. I don't know if you all believe the same shit I believe or hear the same stuff I hear, but I don't know. I thought these people were way more protected. I thought she'd be in a witness protection program. What is she doing driving? She's way too important for the country, for the world, for humanity. I've gone into renal failure. They're giving me 4 days to live. Transfer me to a special hospital in urology. I'm ready to go, just not until I see my babies one last time. This is so sad. But you know what they say about wishes. Her father, Sky Roberts, responded to her post, Virginia, my daughter, I love you and praying for you to get the correct treatment to live a long and healthy life. If there's anything in this world I can do to help you, please let me know. What, you're writing? Why aren't you talking to her? Why aren't you calling her? Why aren't you there? Why aren't you there? That's your daughter. Shouldn't you be on the bedside next to her? My spirit is with you now and holding your hand. Really? Over Instagram? Why aren't you there? I don't. Am I crazy? I don't know. But according to Sky, a retired engineer living in Florida, Virginia, is suffering. Giuffre's representative, 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, I don't know where these last names come from, Virginia, has been in a serious accident and is receiving medical care in the hospital. She greatly appreciates the support and well wishes people are sending. As one of the most prominent Epstein victims, Giuffre I guess her last name is Giuffre, has been speaking out for years about her sexual abuse at the hands of Epstein and friends. In 2021, she filed a civil lawsuit in New York against Prince Andrew, of all people, who she accused of. She also said that Epstein's Madame 𝗔𝗯𝗏 had trafficked her to London to have sex with Andrew when she was 17. She agreed an out-of-court settlement with Andrew in 2022, which is believed to be in the millions of dollars, while Andrew, who's denied all allegations, has been forced to step down from royal duties since the rest of the royal family totally aren't long-standing uncaught. Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking following her 2021 conviction. Following the settlement, Giuffre retreated from public life and moved to Perth, Australia, with her husband Robert and their 3 children, though recent reports suggest that she and her husband have become estranged. I don't know. I mean, the list was supposed to drop. I've been told that, well, national security measures here. I don't know. You know, I question all things, but I'll tell you this. I kind of feel like let down, like many of you do. I don't know how you all feel about this, but me personally, I feel like they should have at least released some of the names on the list. At least some. The ones they know are 100% guilty. Because now, if this wasn't a mere coincidence accident, and I'm putting 2 to 2 together because I had that, my guest yesterday told me, Dave, witnesses have contracts on them right now. Gee, I don't know. The next day I get this. All I'm saying is I'm putting this together. So what I'm saying here is, well, maybe more are going to go out by, I don't know, buses, trains, planes. I don't know. I guess I sound crazy to some of you. Where's Sancho? What does he think? Sancho's right here. I have not grown out the facial hair, but I will. I don't know. I don't know. I think we're going to see more and more of this, but as I've been told, whoa, wait. It's always hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. We're almost there. Here's the dangling carrot. Now, you know the people I talk to on my shows. I have them on all the time, and you know the ones. Ghost, Juanito, all of them. Joe, Burkett, all of them. I got all kinds of people coming on my show. What's your all thoughts? It's always hurry up and wait to me. And yes, I get frustrated just like all of you. We haven't seen justice yet, but I've been told it's coming in phases. The first is unveiling the massive corruption and useless spending with Doge, which they're doing right now. And Tesla's paying for that, by the way, which is why Elon's stepping down, in my opinion. But this, folks, this right here, we can stand to lose all kinds of witnesses. I don't know. So give me your thoughts in the chat. And if you have any super chats you want me to answer, exactly, good one. That's the one right there. There you go. Without me saying her name, I guess she was the bus driver. I'm not poking fun at this, but what do we expect? I think I understand that things need to be done with surgical precision, but at the same time, folks, I'm thinking to myself, could we be just a little bit careless? Shouldn't we just put out some of the names? Just some of the names that we know for sure. Or is it all going to come at the right time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, folks. What do you think? This girl has apparently 4 days to live. Maybe she should make a recording and say everything she knows and give it to somebody. Record a tape and say everything that she knows about Prince Andrew and Epstein and everybody else that was there. Put it out there publicly before she goes, I think. I would. I sure would. If you knew you were going to go, I would say, fuck it. I'm going all in. What do you have to lose? So, just my thoughts on that one. That's where I'm going with this. And folks, I would really like your comments, your questions. If you have a super chat, send me a super chat. If not, no, that's okay. If you have a super chat for Sancho, then give it to me. If not, forever hold your peace. But this is my view on this. Is there I think there's an Instagram post also, Alex, that you can show. Yeah, there it is. I find it kind of strange that actually, Lucas Mack told me this. He finds it kind of strange that she has a butterfly there, but I'm thinking, well, maybe I don't know, maybe she's ready to transition. She looks pretty beat up. You could tell. Let's examine the photo here. You could tell she's in the hospital. Absolutely in the hospital. This year has been the worst start to a new year, but I won't bore anyone with the details, but I think it's important to note that when a school bus driver comes at you driving 110 kilometers, as we were slowing for a turn, that no matter what your car is made of, it might as well be made of tin can. I've gone into kidney, renal failure. They've given me 4 days to live, transferring me to a specialist hospital in urology. I'm ready to go, just not until I see my babies one last time. But you know what they say about wishes. Shit in one hand and wish in the other, and I guarantee you it's still going to be the shit at the end of the day. Thank you all for being the wonderful people of the world and being a great part of my life. God bless you all. Gosh, that's heartbreaking, man. That's really heartbreaking. I mean, she goes through that kind of abuse, puts her reputation on the line, puts a suit out on Prince Andrew, and then gets hit by a bus. I mean, that's her story. I hope she makes it. Prayers are out for her. Don't think I'm not praying for her. I pray for her. I pray for her family. I really pray for all the victims at Epstein Island. I hope they get justice. I hope we, the people, get justice. I hope we save the children. That's what I'm all about here, folks. First and foremost, it's the children. 100%. That's what this is all about. This is why they want to start World War III. This is why they want civil unrest, because we're finding it all out. We really needed this woman's testimony. I heard she was in the top 5 witnesses. And if she goes, that's one down. I guess 4 more. So you let me know what your thoughts are, folks. Do we have a super chat, Alex? Tammy Beck, I appreciate it. No questions. I'll take questions right now. If anybody wants to ask one on the super chat, wait a couple minutes. If not, that's fine. Yes, Nino, I'm with you. Good evening, sweetness, hugs, and love. Yeah, this is just, to me, just crazy. And it begs the question, should the Epstein list have come out? I'm wondering, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think the Epstein list should have come out? This is when you start thinking, well, maybe they dropped the ball, because we can't stand to lose these witnesses, even if they are accidents. And why aren't they heavily insulated? Why doesn't she have security if she's such an important witness? Why doesn't she have men around her 24/7 watching her if she's that important? But then again, Jeffrey Epstein didn't either, right? Yeah, he self-deleted in his cell. Or is she getting taken into custody? I don't think so, because, my mind went there, but I don't think so, because look at her. She looks beat up. She's obviously in a hospital bed. Sad. It's pretty sad. Well, I'll leave it at that, folks. And with that, I'm signing out. Give me your thoughts and comments down below. It was a quick video tonight, and I'll let it go. All right, Alex, peace out, buddy.